I think that's what fashion and music and everything is all about. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video. So have you guys ever wondered how there's certain people in the fashion scene that seem to know everybody and they're always on top of emerging brands and they're always getting free stuff? Well, that always just got my curiosity all riled up. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of the ways that I've linked up with a couple fashion designers and just other content creators based around fashion, and I want to give you guys a good way of hitting people up without seeming like you're asking or expecting something from them. So let's get into it. Obviously I'm from Indiana, so networking with people in fashion is a little hard in person because there's just not that many places that are built for fashion in Indianapolis or just really in Indiana in general. When I was down in Bloomington for college, I was able to meet some people down there because that's actually what I went to college for. And then there were a couple local stores in Bloomington where I met some really cool people. One of the people I actually went with to Chicago and just chopped it up with some people at RSVP Gallery. His name's Travis. He's been really good for networking in fashion. He's helped me meet a couple people, and he's always asked me like if I want to go to events and stuff with him. Sadly, a lot of the times I can't go, but yeah, shout out to him for that. So that's a nice segue into the second thing is if you don't have local stores near you, the next best thing I would say is start going to events. So I live in Indiana, so like when SneakerCon and stuff like that happens in Chicago, I can usually just go over there for that, which I'm thankful that I can do. That actually ended up working out for me really well last time. I met Jaden Grundy, which if you guys are familiar with the fashion scene here on YouTube, you probably know him. But yeah, there's all kinds of people at these events. You never know who you're gonna meet. I got a picture with Blazendary just because I thought it was funny. Yeah, there's really cool people there, and the pieces that you wear are gonna attract other people, and the pieces that they're wearing are going to be good conversation like starting points. So like going the complete opposite direction in terms of how to network in the fashion industry, that is through places like social media, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Even LinkedIn can be a good place. Like if you know how to address people on there, it's definitely not as casual as hitting someone up on like Instagram or Twitter, which is why I prefer those places. And actually here on YouTube is a really good place to reach out to either content creators, like if you're a clothing brand and you want more exposure, offer to send them stuff. On Twitter, you just need to find the groups of people that are into the similar brands that you're into. I remember back in like 2014, 15 was when I found Ian Connor because he was Wiz's stylist. Wiz led me to Ian. Ian led me, well, and Ian was in a couple of the A$AP Rocky stuff too. So I definitely seen his face before. And once I figured out he was Wiz's stylist, that led me to give him some more credibility. So then you have people like him, and then he led me to Kerwin Frost and Ass Pizza and Lucas Sabat and all those kinds of people. And then you have like Bloody Osiris and Keisachi, and Lil Yachty was kind of like a part of that group, even though he wasn't from there. It seemed like he was pretty tight with those people. Malachi Spivey, Ray's Corrupted Mind. Pretty much like when you know somebody in the fashion scene and you're like homies, they're gonna help you either get in shows or get put in brands or get stuff for free from brands, because the fashion scene is all about who you know. It's not so much about what you know. I've seen people that sell like really cheap clothes that don't really have great designs, but because they were able to get somebody famous in them, they sold like crazy. So once I found that group of people, I started just starting dialogue with people that were following them and in that kind of community. And then if people that were following them like had their own brands, I would go and follow them, and it's just like a rabbit hole. You just keep finding brands and the owners of those brands and models for those brands, and you get to start to know people. And then you make YouTube videos and you shout out Cody Phillips and he hits you up and he's actually a really cool guy. Yeah, just find creative ways and don't like press people. Like you can't force people to be your friends and stuff, and nobody owes you anything. So if somebody doesn't offer you free clothing, you should never expect it. That goes for anything in like networking really. If you're not adding value to somebody in a meaningful way, then don't really approach them expecting something, because that's just not how it works, and you're gonna end up looking like ass and wasting yours and their time, which is pretty much the worst case. That's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys some ideas on how to find like friends and always find like new and emerging brands in the fashion scene, because the more people you know in fashion, the more you know about brands, and the earlier you will know about those brands, because in the future, or in the past, excuse me, I've had a lot of people be like, how'd you know about like so and so brand so early? And it's just because I follow the right people and they lead me to that path. Like I said earlier, it really is just a big rabbit hole, and once you start down it, it is pretty hard to climb back out of it. Because like I said in one of my earlier videos, I have like been kind of out of the fashion scene, but there's still so much I see like every day, and I'm still like constantly following people, especially like rappers and stuff, because obviously I'm a producer, but a good conversation starting piece for rappers can be like just talking about clothing, which is really cool from my perspective since I know a lot about it, but not for everybody. So know like who you're hitting up, and like I said, don't expect anything, and just yeah, try to be a cool person, see if they're a cool person, and if it works out, you'll hopefully build a meaningful relationship, and hopefully down the line you guys can do like a creative venture or just help each other be creative, because I think that's what fashion and music and everything is all about, is just coming together as a community and being creative. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I was definitely kind of rambling on for a while. It's late, I just got off of work, but I'm gonna go eat some food and probably watch a movie.